Do elections and anonymity embolden people? Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark, your anonymous host. I've been ruminating about the live show that I do every Monday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time for a couple of days, and it still bothers me, so wanted to do a video about it. The goal of the channel is to change trucking fundamentally from the bottom up. All right, help new people and experienced drivers, and we can all come together with some camaraderie and maybe a little few laughs or whatever on the show. Also, exchange some information and just have a good time and talk about trucking, news, and whatever else is going on. Now, recently, there's been an election in the United States. You may have heard about it. And this has perhaps emboldened people to be something that they wouldn't otherwise be. I normally don't allow politics talk on the channel for the reason that was present here this last Monday. And apparently I'll have to go back to that. So we got a little bit off track, and some people were not being the way that I think people should be to each other. That's why I want to come to you today in front of the flag and talk about America a little bit. Oh, Mark, you're getting off track. Not really. I mean, this is the live show. People should be respectful to each other. We're not here to tear each other down. We're all drivers trying to do a job, get paid, and make the industry better. That's why people come, I think, or I hope anyway. But as the show went on Monday, it got a little off track, and some people were less than respectful, let's put it that way, to others on the channel, and I don't like it, honestly. To be honest with you, it's not becoming. It's why drivers get a bad name, because this same kind of activity happens on the CB and happens at truck stops, or people walking around, they're not respectful, and the public sees it. It just is a bad image for everybody. And I think partially being anonymous on the internet, and also with the charged political climate that we're in, that emboldened people to say things that they would never say to somebody in person. Now, people will accuse me of being politically correct, and certainly I'm not that. And I think there's a difference between being politically correct and just being a decent person. In the 90s, when I ran for public office as a libertarian, my idea was that, I'd be from the government and I'm here to leave you alone. The thought is that adults should be able to do basically whatever they want. And whenever I talk to people, they're always like, oh, well, that's absolutely what I believe. But then that isn't actually what they do in real life. Okay, laws are passed that oppress people for different various reasons. Anybody that is not, the majority always has a problem. And that's why in America here, the rights belong to everyone. And so the next thing people are going to say, well, Mark, what about my freedom of speech? Congress shall make no law. Congress shall make no law. And that is true. You can go out in public, wear a sandwich board, walk around with signs, be hateful to people, call them names, yell at them, whatever. I don't know if you think that will do any good to people to yell at them. They'll be like, you're right. You're totally right. Okay, I don't think that's going to happen, but if that's what you feel you could do, that's fine. But on my channel, I want everyone to feel welcome here. It doesn't matter if you're the exact, 48-year-old driver who's been married 20.6 years or anything else far away from that, as you can imagine. It doesn't matter to me, right? Who you are, it matters, what kind of person you are, not how you look or how you act or anything like that. That doesn't matter. But what I want is to be respectful to everybody else, kind of like in the immortal words of that philosopher, Cash is King Trucking, where he says, let's just be good to each other, right? So let's do that in the future, all right? That's what I'd really like. And it bothers me enough where I want to make a video about it, because, look, it's my fault for letting the conversation get off track. And so I apologize for that. I won't do that in the future. Just got all caught up in the politics myself, and the conversation went where it shouldn't go on the channel, where everybody is welcome. Anybody who's in the country legally, who wants to be an American, as far as I'm concerned, is okay with me. No matter what kind of life they live, no matter what they're doing, no matter if they tattoo their eyeballs, it doesn't make any difference with me. If you want to do that, That's fine here. That's the whole idea here. This is not Saudi Arabia, where we have a morality police, which they have, okay, where you can be reported to them and be arrested for violating some kind of moralities. And that's not what the channel is. Let's go back to trucking, right, on the channel. And there's a bunch more stuff coming up in trucking, as I just saw a news article here shortly, a little bit ago. But let's just keep it to that on the live show, which is 12:30 p.m. Eastern. You're welcome to write to me with your missives if you want to do that. That would just be between two of us. But in public, don't disrespect other people on the channel. It isn't right. It just isn't right to do it. Don't do it in public, right? And don't do it on the channel. That's what I think about it. And so, is this, oh, well, Mark, look at all Mark being politically correct. No, okay? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You can go to Parler if you want to go sign up over there for that. I'm sure they would love that kind of talk over there. But here, it's an open forum for everybody to feel like they don't have to, have to exactly toe the line. The country's open for everybody that wants to be here legally and be an American, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so that's a little bit of a weird video, but I thought I wanted to get out there because you know what, it has bothered me for a couple of days. That people are like, oh, look at Mark's channel, he's all hateful and all that. No, that's not what I want it to be. All right, so that's what we're doing today. That's where I'm going to come to you from the flag. So I appreciate all that, and we will be back soon with another Trucking Answers.